You all may know Chetan is he's in this capital market from last 20 years. He has a 2 decades of experience, and he started his journey as a proprietary trader, uh, and then he started his own as a individual trading. He's a full-time trader and as well as a trainer actually. He trading equities, F&O, that's futures and options and commodities and all type of trading here he do, and he has lots of students all over in India. It's like मैं बहुत excited हूँ to learn from Chetan ji. He created lots of videos with e-learn market and his own videos with YouTube and all. You will get a lot of educational videos. So we'll wait for Chetan ji and we'll learn some basics of options from Chetan ji.
Yes, he's rejoined.
Yes. Yeah, and all the audience, if you have any questions, आपको कुछ questions पूछना है चेतन जी को, please drop a message. You can send some direct message to me or Manas, or you can put a chat here, so we can ask those questions in between to Chetan ji. Hello, Chetan ji, can you hear us? Yes, you're back. Great. Yes, great. Yeah, let's start. I think we will start the event, right?
Right. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, the Paytm team, for inviting me. I hope my voice is clear.
Yes, sir. Your voice is very clear. Sir. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to F&O Churcha. Today's topic is basics of options trading, and the speaker is Mr. Chetan. Chetan ji is a well-known person. He has more than 20 years of experience in capital market. He's a trader and also a trainer. He started his journey as a proprietary trading. He has used all kind of softwares. I think he knows everything. And last 20 years he is doing trading. And now he trades in equities, futures, options, and commodity and all. Right. So as of now, he's doing a lot of training sessions with e-learn market. Also, you can find a lot of advanced option trading courses in e-learn market. So he's a certified trainer. Today he's here. We can learn something basics of option from Chetan ji. Chetan ji, welcome to the session.
Thank you.
Yes, along with me, Manas also here in this panel. We will ask some questions with Chetan ji, and if you guys also have any questions, please post here. You can send some DMs or you can post those questions here. We can ask those questions at the end of the session. So Manas, welcome to the session.
Thanks, Peter.
Yeah. Let's start. I think, Chetan ji, how did you start your journey? Let's keep it in Hindi. हम लोग हिंदी में थोड़ा बात करेंगे. Maybe most of the people may prefer Hindi. So आपका journey कैसे start हो गया? Last 20 years का क्या journey था sir? Can you please explain to us? So it may be like exciting for us, right? So maybe some.
And I think so. When I was in school, we saw the 1992 bull run, Harshad Mehta. And I think so that bull run inspired me, how markets were going up, every day in the front newspapers headlines, you would see the markets going up. At that point of time, ACC had touched 10,000. So ACC was the market leader.
10,000.
Yeah, and that number was magical. So all that got to me into this market, और मैं इसको देख के market से inspired हो गया और
चेतन जी आप म्यूट पे हैं, प्लीज अनम्यूट कर लीजिए आपको.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that was my start, and from there I started building up, and I've taken it 20 years of experience. I passed out school 96, and then I started taking up a job when I was in college. And wo karte karte, that's how my trading journey started.
Okay. Chetan ji again आप म्यूट पे गए लगता है.
No, my mic is on. Can you hear me now?
Okay, now, yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Great. So that's how my trading journey started. 1992 bull run, 96, I took up a job as a technical analyst. Then I took up a job as a Is beginning of research with Eastern Finances Limited, and from there, taught me that if you want to survive in the long run without getting hurt, you got to be a option trader, and that is what entered the field of options in a proprietary desk. I was there for 6 years, and now I'm of my own trader and a teacher and a trainer.
Yeah, that's a great journey, sir. I have one question. काफी लोगों को लगता है कि ये proprietary trading क्या होता है? So before going to our topic, today's topic, proprietary trading and retail trading में क्या difference होता है, sir? Can you please explain to us?
Right. So proprietary trading there is a broker who is running his own book. उसकी अपनी एक बुक होती है, उनका कैपिटल होता है, एंड आपके पास कोई अच्छी स्ट्रेटेजी हो रन में, और आपको पता है कि ये स्ट्रेटेजी में कोई एज है और उसका ड्रॉडाउन बहुत सिवियर नहीं हो, आप आइडिया ब्रोकर शेयर करते हो, ब्रोकर को आपका एक्सपीरियंस पसंद आता है, तो वो आपको एक सर्टेन कैपिटल अपने बुक से एलोकेट कर देता है.
Again, you are on mute.
And you make a win-win contract with them that based on this percentage, this much you take home, this much he gets to keep. Right? It can be salary basis or it can be profit sharing basis or mix of both.
Right. चेतन जी, मेनली ये प्रोप्राइटरी ट्रेडिंग पे आप आर्बिट्राज काइंड ऑफ स्ट्रेटजीज ज्यादा यूज करते हैं, राइट? देन डायरेक्शनल स्ट्रेटजीज, बिकॉज़ those strategies are
there are various strategies. So one is short term momentum burst strategies which are used in the proprietary books, right? So where the momentum burst takes place and people get in and they try to ride the momentum for 5 to 10 minutes. आपकी आर्बिट्राज स्ट्रेटजीज बहुत चलती है, नॉन डायरेक्शनल ऑप्शन स्ट्रेटजीज लाइक बटरफ्लाई, आयरन कॉन्डोर, फ्लाई कॉन्डोर्स, एंड देन देयर आर सम स्प्रेड्स आल्सो व्हिच आर टेकन फॉर बिगर टाइम पीरियड होराइजन, स्विंग ट्रेडिंग पर्सपेक्टिव से. सो बहुत सारी स्ट्रेटजीज है. देयर आर सम अनलिमिटेड रिस्क स्ट्रेटजीज which are also there, which are ratio spreads, which have unlimited losses if it goes beyond a certain point. So that is the different field altogether. And retail trading is all about when you're playing with your own capital, your own mind, you are the boss, and you go down to the next level.
true, right?
So yeah, I had a question like, so what is your current style of trading? Like, are you like mostly into option buying or option selling, and like you use index options or stock options? So how do you trade like currently?
Okay.
I think your voice is breaking in between.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Peter, are you there?
Yes, we are there. Go ahead, sir. So, Manas is asking, like, how you trade now? You are an individual trader, right? Earlier you was a proprietary trader. Now you are an individual trader. What you trade? Like options, futures, equity, and what kind of directional bets? What you do?
Trading on his own capital, and proprietor is running his capital to train and take traders into his book. So that's a major difference which you have.
Right. Chetan, again you went on mute actually. आपका mic का कुछ problem है?
मेरे को जो लग रहा है, I think so from my side I'm also not able to listen to you. So let me just come out and give me a minute. Yeah.
Please leave the session and join again, sir.
So the voice is going up.
I think so things will be better now, Peter. I think so I've just come to the other room.
Yeah.
Now can you hear me better?
Yes. We can hear you.
Yeah, great.
Yes.
So Peter, I'll just get back to that point once more. Proprietary trader is a one who basically employs traders either in profit sharing or in salary to trade on his book. So the capital is done by the broker himself, right? And he is either hiring traders in the terms of profit sharing or in salary, right?
Right.
Okay.
And while a retail trader is trading with his own capital in his own account,
True.
so he employs his own strategies. So there is a difference in the quantum of capital. B, a proprietary trader who is trading has access to better tools and better pedigree in terms of fellow traders. So he can discuss his ideas, he can discuss what needs to be done. So it's a very different ball game than being a retail trader.
Right.
Okay.
True.
Got it. So, Chetanji, I had a question
Peter.
like coming to the hi Chetan, Manas here. So, regarding coming to the topic, so like basics of options trading. So, if someone has to start trading in options,
Yeah, Peter,
so like,
can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Chetanji, we can hear
Peter,
you.
yeah. Can I have the next question?
Yes, yes.
yeah, Chetan,
Manas
I
is
was
asking the next question to you.
yeah.
Hmm.
So my question is like coming to the topic of basics of option trading. So, like if a trader wants to start with option trading, so like how does he identify him like he should go for option buying or selling? And like mostly trading is about human psychology, so risk and rewards are different for both these option buying and selling. So, like how can someone identify
Yeah,
himself as an option buyer or seller for someone who starts into options
I
trading?
think so. We've lost Manas on the line. Peter, you can just continue with this.
Yeah. Chetanji, you can hear me, right?
Yeah. We've lost
Yeah.
Manas, I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello.
The question is what Manas is asking. Trading is
Hmm.
all about the human psychology. It's
Correct.
like सब लोग ऑप्शन बाई नहीं कर सकते, सब लोग ऑप्शन सेल नहीं कर सकते. फॉर एग्जाम्पल बी, मुझे तो मैं
Right.
ऑप्शन सेल नहीं कर सकता हूँ, सॉरी ऑप्शन बाई नहीं कर सकता हूँ, मैं ऑप्शन सेलर हूँ. मुझे वही
Okay.
ज्यादा कंफर्टेबल लगता है क्योंकि वो 70% लाइक ये लगता है कि प्रोबेबिलिटी ज्यादा है. सो
Right.
हाउ समवन आइडेंटिफाई हिमसेल्फ एज ए ऑप्शन बायर और ऑप्शन सेलर. मुझे ऑप्शन बाइंग करना है नहीं तो ऑप्शन सेलिंग कर रहे हैं. हाउ कैन आई आइडेंटिफाई माई
Very,
सेल्फ?
very simple, Peter. Tell me something, Peter. Do you like 2020 match or do you like test matches?
I like test matches when Rahul Dravid is playing or Lakshman is playing.
Okay. So it's very simple. 2020 match is all about excitement. It's all about those 240 balls which are being bowled, right?
Right.
So it's all about psychology, is all about picking the right ball and trying to curtail the runs or trying to hit fours and sixes.
Right.
Right? So it's all about fast movement, less time. So when you're an option buyer, it's all about picking the right spots. You have very little time. Either you hit a six or you get out.
Right.
Okay? So if you're an option buyer, you got to be really very quick with your reflexes. You got to be ready to take small losses, but you must try to hit a six or a home run. A home run is trying to buy an option, say at 100 rupees, and it goes to 250, 300. Multiple times the value of which you have bought. Option seller is like test cricket. You have to kill the time. You have to be waiting patiently like Rahul Dravid to take the shine out of the new ball. And in the afternoon, when the bowlers are tired, the ball is old, that's where you get your runs. The more time you spend in test cricket, the longer you survive, the more runs you're bound to get. So now you got to decide what you like. If you are fast, if you're impatient, then option buying is the thing for you. Why? Because then what you can do is you can develop your patience and get the right area. But if you're slow and you feel like I can kill time, I can be patient, I can take out my trades, I want a better strike rate of 65-70%, even though my profits are little lesser than my losses, option selling is for you.
True. So, Chetanji,
So like
can
coming to
someone
option
become?
buying, yeah.
Yes,
Chetan,
go ahead, go
sir,
ahead,
can you
go
hear
ahead.
me now? Can you
Yeah,
hear me
Manas
now?
bhai, welcome back. Yes, sir.
So like coming to option buying, so like it depends on the index you trade on, you want to trade on, and like when to enter a particular strike.
Right.
Like how do you decide that, and like what is the strategy for?
Very simple, Manas bhai. There are two players: option sellers and option buyers, right? So when do you think option buyer will make money? Manas bhai, when do you think option buyer will make money?
Hello, sir, you're there?
Yeah, Manas sir. When do you think option buyer will make money? When
Yes, Chetanji. When the
yeah,
market
when
is going
option
down, then
sellers
only
will lose money.
directional. In the
When
directional,
option sellers, yes, when option sellers start losing money, that is where option buyers start making money. So whenever there is a unilateral directional movement at one side, upside or downside, the sellers will start to cover. And when they start to cover, that is where the buyers make money. Right? So the first step is always when the seller starts to lose money, that is where the buyers start to make money. And when this movement continues in that direction, that is where option buyers get that advantage and the edge. So always remember, when the call and the put is going up in value, that is the time the buyers are making money, not is when it is falling down. So whenever the call and the put values are coming down, it is the seller who is the one who's making money, because it is in his comfort zone. Whenever the option premium moves out of the seller's comfort zone, that is where buyers get an advantage. That's what I told you, 2020, trying to hit the home run.
right?
Yes, Peter.
Yes. We understood, sir. I understood rightly. Like, so someone is like has the patience and he can wait, then he can go for a option selling. And someone don't have the patience and he can trade with the faster, means enter and exit faster. Then he can go for a option.
Peter, you got it wrong. Patience come finding the right area and exiting fast. Patience in option buying is also required, not to take a trade when you don't have a setup.
Yes.
आप ट्रेड नहीं लोगे जब तक आपके फेवर में रिस्क रिवॉर्ड नहीं आ रहा है और आपको बड़ा मूवमेंट नहीं लग रहा है. उसका भी एक पेशेंट डेवलप करना होगा.
Yes. Right. So, Chetanji, the usually people say like option traders has lot of options. Maybe they can do some adjustment, something, and many things. And future traders don't have any future. Is it true? Is option trading is better than future trading?
Okay, so Peter, you have compared apple with oranges. आपने एप्पल और ऑरेंजेस को साथ कंपेयर कर लिया. क्या है? Can you say orange can be as sweet as the apple? Not possible. You see, futures are those instruments where the buyer or the seller has the right as well as the obligation. माने he is entitled to the total profits. उसको पूरा profit मिलेगा when he goes right, और उसको पूरा loss देना पड़ेगा अगर वो wrong होता है. Now the problem here is, we as retail investors and traders, our psychology or mindset is not ready for futures trading. Right? A lot of times we enter as if it is our investments, but we start to become traders when we get small profits, and in big losses we see it as our investment. So this is a problem of mindset and not with the problem of the instrument. So first of all, we have to rectify. I would suggest to all your viewers or listeners that don't do futures trading for the first 3 years of your career. Dabble your hands in the cash market and in the option market, learn the basics. Once you have built your psychology and emotion to handle the drawdowns of a future contract, then only enter into the futures contract. नहीं तो cash market first year, and after the first year you can start doing options, right? With proper learning, education and understanding.
राइट चेतन जी आपने राइटली बताया कि हम लोग मैं इनिशियल डेज में ट्रेडिंग कर रहा था कभी कभी ऐसा लॉस होता है ना आई मीन इक्विटी में बोल रहा हूँ मैं अराउंड 10 years ago इक्विटी में ऐसा लॉस होता है ना तो उसको हम लोग काटते नहीं थे वो पोजीशन को हम लोग स्क्वायर ऑफ नहीं करता था वो बाद में लॉन्ग टर्म पोर्टफोलियो में पड़ा रहता था एंड कभी भी जीरो होता था so it can happen maybe it happens with many people with S Bank also recently like from 400 रुपए से 10 रुपए तक आ गया वो now it's also trading around 15.
Correct.
So, right. So that means we should have that understanding of the market and right psychology for each. Yeah.
Correct.
So अभी काफी सारे कोविड के बाद बहुत सारे लोग ट्रेडिंग पे आ गए पीपल आर थिंकिंग लाइक आई कैन ट्रेडिंग कर सकता हूँ मेरे करियर बना सकता हूँ ट्रेडिंग से बोल के कई लोग बोलता है कि मैं पार्ट टाइम ट्रेडिंग करता हूँ many people are doing that part time trading also right so what all option strategies can execute by a part time trader के पास ज्यादा टाइम नहीं है अभी for example me or some people who do the job we don't have much time should we become an option buyer should we become an option seller if anything but what kind of strategies we should use
okay so so Peter in my option class which I teach options with Elon Markets we have designed strategies which are intraday for option office goers. And those strategies are fixed rule strategies where we exploit the theta. And a lot of office goers, like in the morning, we have a 9:30 time, we do the short straddle, and we have a specific time at 12:35. So we have various different strategies. And now with the coming of algos, you can have as many strategies where you can get them coded, be it both in buying as well as selling. So there are many people I'm hearing who are in their office, not even looking at the terminal, and they are trading because their algos are trading for them. So I think so the world is opening up for people like you and me and all of others. So you use your brain, code your idea, and the algos will do the trading for you.
Okay. So Chetan ji, I had one question like regarding option buying only. So option buying may, as you said, like you identify trends mostly like when there is a clear trend, then option buying should be done. So like how do you identify those trends and like what are the some of the like positives or negatives of like entering into option buying?
Okay. Yeah, Manasda. So basically, Manasda, this thing comes from, I think so, the trending day. I believe everybody knows, about 6-7 days a month or 5-6 days a month, there is a trending market where the market either opens at the range low, goes up to the range highs. So probably that day, if you see a call in the early morning, right, if it is say at 90 or 100, and you see throughout the day, either if it's an uptrending day, the call is going and markets are making higher highs, higher lows, right? And in a falling market, they are making lower highs, lower lows. So it's very simple. As a technical analyst, when you are near to the swing lows in an uptrending market, and when it is reversing, that is where you pick up a call with a small stop loss. And if you can get the whole trend in, you can make big money. So ideally, I would suggest for a newcomer who is not scalping, scalping is a very extremely short-term process where you are buying somewhere at the range highs, at the range lows, where you perceive, and you're booking quick money out of the structure. If you're not scalping, then this is the best way for a retail trader. Find the trend, find the correction, small correction, find the reversal point and try to get in and try to ride the trend after booking partial profits. That's the only way out.
So you're saying like you see mostly check price action. So apart from that, आप कोई indicators
So
वगैरह भी
apart
देखते हैं
from
for
there,
confirmation?
apart from that, there are other tools which are very difficult. Why? Because open interest is 3 minutes delayed. So other tools, whatever you use, are all related to price action, and there's one more indicator which is volume and momentum. But for a newcomer, when he tries to take volume and momentum, there might be a lot of whipsaws before he gets one final trend. So price action for a newcomer is the best tool to find out a trending day and his effort to make money.
Okay.
Right.
So like for a new trader, like there can be, if a trader takes an overnight position, so उसमें gap down gap up का risk रहता है. So like do you suggest कि
Right. So इसके
to
लिए
start with हमें intraday में
options are the best है. इसके लिए option buying is one of the best processes, especially when you are trading with monthly expiry options where the theta loss is minimum compared to the weekly options. So any trader who believes that there can be a big gap up or a gap down and is buying a call or a put respectively should do that in such a way that he does not lose much of theta. And even if he goes wrong, Manas bhai, I have a thumb rule. Say if I buy an option at 200 rupees, I have a rule, I will not see more than 60% loss in that option. That is my thumb rule. I will not see more than 60% loss. If I'm seeing more than 60%, I will square off that trade. So that is my maximum I see. So I would suggest your listeners and my listeners try to keep one fixed price stop loss of whatever option you're buying. So if you're buying a 2 rupees State Bank of India call option of any strike, if it goes to 80 paisa or 90 paisa, your probability of it going up in your favor gets reduced. So it's better to exit and then look for fresh opportunities to re-enter different strike at the right time.
चेतन जी आपने राइट ही बताया. मैं भी कभी कभी ऐसा होता है मेरा लाइफ में. मैं अभी ट्रेडिंग करने के टाइम पे एक लॉस होता है ना, वो तो साइकोलॉजिकली इम्पैक्ट होता है. नया डिसीजन में नहीं ले सकता हूँ. तो इमीडिएटली मैं क्या करता हूँ, इन द गैप अप दी तो गैप डाउन में भी मुझे ऐसा होता है. तो पहले चीज मैं करता हूँ, मैं स्क्वायर ऑफ कर देता हूँ पहला इमीडिएटली. व्हाट मे बी द लॉस, इमीडिएटली मैं जाके स्क्वायर ऑफ करता हूँ. उसके बाद मैं फ्रेश सोचता हूँ कि मुझे नेक्स्ट एंट्री क्या लेना है.
Correct.
So that is my way. I don't know that's a right or wrong, but मुझे psychologically I understood that लॉस होते ही मुझे वो मैनेज करना नहीं होता है. नया कुछ कई लोग बोलता है कि फायर फाइटिंग और एडजस्टमेंट समथिंग, आई कांट डू दैट. So first thing I do, go and square off my position and I will take fresh entry.
Okay. So Peter, I'll just explain to you firefighting कहाँ होता है. I think so this is the most misused term which everybody uses. Okay. So Peter, एक छोटा एग्जांपल लेते हैं. सी मैंने 18,500 का कॉल बेचा है. मेरे को लग रहा है निफ्टी 18,500 सितंबर 10 तारीख तक नहीं जाएगा, और मैंने 16,500 का पुट बेचा, शॉर्ट स्ट्रैंगल किया. मेरा स्टॉप लॉस 18,500 है और 16,500 है. मैंने दोनों 60 रुपीज में बेचा है. मेरे को 120 रुपीज प्रीमियम मिला. मेरा माइंड में क्लियर है पीटर कि मैं इफ निफ्टी 18,500 के ऊपर जाएगा तो मैं इसको काट लूंगा, या 16,500 के नीचे जाएगा तो मैं इसको काट लूंगा. मेरे माइंड में बहुत क्लियर है. अब पीटर क्या हुआ, अब फायर फाइटिंग कहां होगा कि से वो 17,000 चला गया नीचे की तरफ, राइट. तो मेरा 18,500 का कॉल बहुत दूर हो गया. So say after 3-4 days it is trading near to my lower end of the range. So now I know that probably 17,900, 18,000 is the level where it will act as a resistance. So or 17,900 is the level which will act as a resistance. So मैंने पीटर क्या किया, अपने कॉल को फायर फाइटिंग मोड में उसको नीचे में ले आया. मैंने थोड़ा प्रीमियम एक्स्ट्रा कलेक्ट कर लिया 20-30 रुपीस. So basically firefighting should be used in such a way which is in tune with your overall plan. Not that you are just trying to save your losses बिकॉज यू हैव नॉट प्लान्ड. आपका कोई प्लानिंग नहीं था, अब आपको लॉस लग रहा है, वो लॉस आपको बुक नहीं करना है, उसके लिए आप फायर फाइटिंग कर रहे हो नहीं. सो कभी भी आप डायरेक्शनल ट्रेड ले रहे हो, जैसे मानस ने बोला मैंने कॉल ले गया मैं, और वो कॉल मार्केट गैप डाउन खुला, मेरे को कॉल में 60% नुकसान लग रहा है. अब मैं उसमें फायर फाइटिंग कर रहा हूं, मैं ऊपर में 2 तो डबल कॉल बेच के उसमें फायर फाइटिंग कर रहा हूं कि कल अगर वो मार्केट रिकवर हो जाए तो मेरे को पैसा मिल जाए. नो, दैट्स नॉट सजेस्टेड, because that's not in your plan. Your plan was if market would have gone up in profit, you could have done adjustments, that would be fine. But if you are in loss, you have to book.
Right, true. So आपने एक concept बताया. So that is about some echo हो रहा है क्या? Once my voice is clear. Can you hear me, sir, Chetan ji?
Yeah, I can hear you. Actually, over speaking.
Yes. Okay, Chetan ji, you were talking about option change in between, right? So आपने ये कितना important है option buyer के लिए? option change देखना बहुत important है क्या? नहीं तो option seller के देखना है तो क्या perspective में देखना चाहिए? How to read that option change?
Okay. So probably, Peter, you're talking about the last video I made with vivekji@elonmarkets.com. So there is a lot of change what has happened. So Peter and all other friends, आपको पता होगा कि सेबी ने मार्जिन सिस्टम अलाउ कर दिया है, जिसमें अगर आप कोई भी ऑप्शन बेच रहे और ऊपर का आप ऑप्शन खरीद रहे हो, राइट, सो आपका अनलिमिटेड लॉस जहां बंद हो जा रहा है, यू गेट अ मार्जिन बेनिफिट, राइट. ये करने के बाद ऑप्शन चेन का सिग्निफिकेंस काफी रिड्यूस हो गया है, राइट, बिकॉज नाउ लॉट ऑफ पोजीशंस इन द मार्केट आर हेज्ड. सो अब क्या है कि इसका मतलब कि ऑप्शन चेन काम नहीं करेगा, ऐसा नहीं है. अब आपको प्राइस एक्शन के साथ ऑप्शन चेंज का सिग्निफिकेंस बहुत ज्यादा रखना होगा, राइट. सो आई गिव यू वन एग्जांपल. आज 17,700 का कॉल में ह्यूज ओपन इंटरेस्ट था कल से. आज मार्केट गैप अप खुला, निफ्टी वेंट अप टू 17,670 स्पॉट, इन वहां से जोर से एक सेल ऑफ आ गया. Why? Because आज जब मॉर्निंग में भी निफ्टी जब बढ़ रहा था तो 17,700 का कॉल का ओपन इंटरेस्ट भी भयंकर बढ़ रहा था. तो वहां पे समझ आया कि कॉल राइटर was not scared despite the gap up and the rise in Nifty. So now you have to see in conjunction with price action to really understand the deeper meaning of option chain, because now it is not fully seller in this market, because there are part of hedgers and option buyers who are in it. So Peter, higher VIX value, जब VIX ज्यादा रहता है, राइटर को एडवांटेज ज्यादा रहता है. That per se is very good to watch. When VIX is low, say 17 and below, 18 and below, then the writers are not very confident in the current scheme of things. So you have to see a bigger picture and then take a judgmental. So in this scenario right now, VIX is around 18, 17 and a half, 18 and a half. So writer has not really made money in a positional way, in a very big way in the last 2-3 expiries, right? So you have to see that with price action. And you have to hit the nail at the right time. Just seeing the option chain कि यहाँ पे राइटिंग है तो वो राइटर पैसा बनाएगा, वो एक गलत थॉट प्रोसेस है, गलत थॉट प्रोसेस.
राइट चेतन जी, इधर देख लीजिए, कल का एक्सपायरी भी मैं बताता हूँ. कल बैंक निफ्टी ऐसा गिरा नीचे. तो पहले तो जाके आप ऑप्शन चेन देखा तो एक जगह में अपना, आई डोंट रिमेम्बर द एग्जैक्ट नंबर्स, हाईएस्ट कॉल ऑप्शन था. हम लोग सोचते हैं कि उसको रेसिस्टेंस है, उससे भी ऊपर गया था. मेरा भी पोजीशन था, आई हैड सम शॉर्ट स्ट्राइडल और समथिंग, तो मेरा भी पोजीशन था. तो वहां से ऊपर गया, मेरा भी स्टॉप लॉस हिट किया. उसके बाद नीचे आके पुट का भी स्टॉप लॉस हिट हो गया. तो दोनों साइड पे ऑप्शन चेन हम लोग क्या एनालिसिस करते हैं वो तो चला ही नहीं.
So Peter, ये मेरा I have done a lot of back testing. So one advice to you: never do short straddle or strangle on the monthly expiry day. So the last Thursday of the month, never do a short straddle or a strangle. Okay. So this experience I'm sharing with you. If you do that, it is basically loss-making day for short straddle. That day, long straddle, long call, long put will give you money. Last Thursday of the month. So I've shared $1 million secret with all our users today.
Thanks a lot, sir. Actually, yesterday I lost money. I lost lot of money yesterday because of my short straddle. दोनों side पे मेरा stop sit हो गया. Then I did some adjustment or something. I made some money, but at the end of the day, I closed my trade with a loss. But this what secret you have revealed today? Maybe I will go back and I will do my back testing with my code, and I will come back to you again.
Great.
Manas, you are asking something? Okay, let me go to the next question. Again, it's echoing. Manas, can you please mute yourself? Yeah. So there is some echo, I think. Okay. So now let's go to the risk factor. अभी देख लीजिए क्या होता है कि मैं अभी ऑप्शन सेलिंग मैं क्यों करता हूँ. मैं मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम आई एम टेकिंग माय ओन एग्जांपल्स हियर. मुझे लगता है कि इफ आई हैव ए 10 लाख रुपीस आई कैन सेल ओनली 10 लॉट्स. इवन हेज किया तो भी मुझे 20 लॉट तक कर सकता हूँ, राइट. एंड मुझे पता है कि 2% समथिंग 1% और 2% आई कीप ए स्टॉप लॉस. तो इजीली आई कैन रिस्ट्रिक्ट माय लॉसेस, माय रिस्क पर ट्रेड और पर डे मुझे कितना करना है. बिकॉज मैं ओवर ट्रेड कर नहीं सकता, मेरा तो कैपिटल लिमिटेड है, राइट. बट ऑप्शन बाइंग में मुझे एक बहुत बड़ा प्रॉब्लम आ रहा था. आई डोंट नो, आई वांट टू लर्न फ्रॉम यू. क्या होता है कि मेरे पास 1 लाख है और वो 100 रुपीज का प्रीमियम चल रहा है निफ्टी में. सो 5,000 में 1 लॉट ले सकता हूँ, तो 1 लाख में 20 लॉट ले सकता हूँ, राइट. मुझे 10 लाख में मैं 200 लॉट ले सकता हूँ, ऐसे देखा तो. सो हाउ आई कैन अवॉइड ओवर लाइक ट्रेडिंग. एंड ये एक रिस्क फैक्टर है, इतना ही मेरा लॉस होना चाहिए, इससे भी नहीं होना चाहिए. ये रिस्क को कैसा हम लोग रिस्ट्रिक्ट कर सकते हैं. पर लाख एक एग्जांपल ले लो तो पर लाख के ऊपर हाउ मेनी लॉट्स आई शुड take as an option buyer and how much risk should I take?
Okay, so very simple. You know the 1% rule? The 1% rule states that if my capital is 1 lakh, right, in a day, I must not lose more than 1% of my capital, right? So if you are now deciding that on an average, there are 4 trades which come in one day, right? So maximum I can risk is 400 rupees because I assume that first 2 trades you go wrong, the second trade you will take half the quantity. So now supposing you are taking a stop loss of 5 rupees, right? And you are trading Bank Nifty, 5 points in the option. You're buying something at 50, your stop loss is 45. So one lot is 25 into 5 is 125 rupees. So 400 is how much? You can only take 3 lots. The second trade, you can only take 3 lots. Supposing you made money in that second trade, then again the third trade you can take 3 lots. Fourth trade you can take 3 lots. But by chance, if your second trade, both the first 2 trades are in a loss, the third trade you can only take 2 lots. So this way, you don't lose more than 1% of your capital in a single day. So once you are surviving on your risk, the rewards will automatically follow if you have a trading edge.
Chetan ji, the concept itna bahut clear nahi hua. Can you please explain again?
Okay, so just take for example, Peter, you have 2 lakh rupees in capital. Okay, so what is 1%? 2,000 rupees.
2,000 rupees.
So in a day, you will not lose more than 2,000. So now how do you decide the quantity? आप quantity कैसे decide करोगे? So Peter, you assume that आप 500 रुपया पर ट्रेड में मैक्सिमम लॉस दे सकते हो, राइट? तब चार ट्रेड आता है दिन में तो 2000 रुपया होगा. अब आप क्या करते हो? आपका ये ट्रेड सेटअप में 10 पॉइंट का स्टॉप लॉस निकला, आपने 100 रुपया में खरीदना है, 90 रुपया का स्टॉप लॉस. तो 100 रुपया में जब आप खरीद रहे हो और 90 का स्टॉप लॉस है, तब आपका 10 पॉइंट है रिस्क. आपको खोने के लिए 500 रुपया है, तो क्या क्वांटिटी लोगे पीटर आप? 500 डिवाइडेड बाय 10, 50. तो आपने अपना स्टॉप लॉस का लेवल से, कैपिटल रिस्क पर ट्रेड से आपने अपनी क्वांटिटी निकाली. सपोजिंग आपका अगर 20 पॉइंट का स्टॉप लॉस है और आप बैंक निफ्टी में कर रहे हो, 500 रुपया है आपको पर ट्रेड में खोने के लिए, तो आपका एक लॉट ही आएगा 25 क्वांटिटी. So from there, what you do is, you know that you cannot lose more than 1% of your capital in a single day. So even in a very bad day, Peter, you have lost 1000 rupees. On a very good day, Peter, when you have bought an option for 100 rupees and it goes to 250, 300, you have recovered your probably 15 days of your losses in one single day. And once you do this practice day in and day out, then you can increase your per day loss allocation from 1% to 1.5%. And then when you have become successful trader for 1 year, you can even take it up to 2% of your trading capital per day loss. You should not exceed more than 2%.
Right. No, very well explained. So एक उसके साथ और एक क्वेश्चन है मेरा related to risk only. Many people say like treat trading as a business, then only you will get the success. Don't treat as a gambling. Gambling मत करो, उसको business जैसा treat करोगे. How to treat option buying as a business? ऑप्शन सेलिंग में तो मुझे थोड़ा बहुत समझ में आता है, बट ऑप्शन बाइंग को हम लोग बिजनेस जैसा ट्रीट करना है तो क्या करना चाहिए? व्हाट ऑल मिस्टेक्स वी शुड अवॉइड, वी शुड नॉट डू?
So first part of option buying should be, as I told you, option buyer will only make money when option seller loses money. So as an option buyer, Peter and others, you should not get in till option sellers are making money. कभी भी आप पैसा नहीं बना पाओगे जब तक ऑप्शन सेलर पैसा बना रहा है. पीटर, कल तुम ऑप्शन सेलर थे, तुमने पैसा खोया, तभी कोई ऑप्शन बायर ने पैसा बनाया. So first rule is define when will the option seller lose money. It can be breakout of bigger levels. It can be important areas where huge buying can be seen, momentum based candles and breakout of levels. Once you get this combination, once you have practiced this with your open eyes, कि ये सब लेवल में ये बाइंग और ये मोमेंटम आ रहा है, तब आप पैसा बना सकते हो. जब ऑप्शन सेलर खोल रहा है तब ऑप्शन बायर बना सकते हो. So you must first understand from price action, from learnings, where is the option seller losing money. So मैं तुम्हारे यूजर्स को बहुत सिंपल बता रहा हूं, आप खाली स्ट्रैडल्स का चार्ट एवरी डे स्टडी करिए और देखिए कोई मॉर्निंग में जिसने स्ट्रैडल बेचा है और शाम को वो जब लॉस में काट रहा है, वो सारे दिन प्राइस एक्शन को स्टडी करिए. आपको एक आइडिया आ जाएगा कि ऑप्शन बायर उस दिन पैसा बना रहा है और सेलर उस दिन पैसा खो रहा है. सो यू विल स्टडी दोज डेज चार्ट्स, आपको कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ऑप्शन बायर और ऑप्शन सेलर का बहुत क्लियरली समझ आएगा. यस पीटर, ऑल योर्स.
आपने अभी ये लास्ट कॉन्सेप्ट अच्छे से बताया कि ऑप्शन बायर को पैसा मिलेगा तभी ऑप्शन सेलर लूज करेगा, राइट? सो यहाँ से आपने और एक कॉन्सेप्ट बताया कि यू लाइक एनालाइज स्ट्रैडल में, डेली स्ट्रैडल में मॉर्निंग किसी ने स्ट्रैडल किया है, स्ट्रैडल यू एनालाइज, एंड ऑफ द डे स्ट्रैडल के बाद चार्ट्स में क्या मूवमेंट आया, उसके हिसाब से आप देन यू कैन लर्न अबाउट द ऑप्शन बाइंग. एम आई राइट?
करेक्ट, एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट.
So how we will come to know the straddle person has lost money? ये अपने के लिए कैसे मालूम पड़ेगा सर? क्योंकि we don't know what can be the stop loss. Maybe you are saying like the combined premium उसने 200 का combined premium में उसने sell किया है. अभी end of the day that straddle is more than 200 rupees. Then he lost that day money. Maybe he lost in put or call. We don't know. Somewhere
Right.
he has lost his
So
money.
very simple, Peter. क्या होता है? Supposing you have sold the call and the put. Say 150 rupees you have sold the call, 160 rupees you have sold the put, 310 रुपया में तुमने बेचा, right? और वो क्या होगा कि अगर if the market is in a narrow range, both the call and the put might be below the combined premium. But I have seen when the market takes out the range, a single strike goes 70% above the combined premium. What does that mean? तुमने जो 310 में straddle बेचा है, either a call or a put, 210 रुपया 220 रुपया के ऊपर ट्रेडिंग करना चालू कर देगा. तो क्या हो रहा है? एक सिंगल लेग कॉल या पुट जब कंबाइंड प्रीमियम का 70% के ऊपर चलना चालू हो जा रहा है, उसका मतलब यह है कि इस पर्टिकुलर एरिया में सेलर कॉल या पुट में लॉस में जाना चालू कर दिया. और यू विल सी दोस डेज पीटर कि वो सिंगल लेग 100% चला जाता है जिस दिन सेलर को बड़ा नुकसान होता है. 100% माने वो 160 वाला कॉल या 150 वाला पुट 310 रुपया पार कर जाता है. सो जब तुम डेटा देखोगे तुमको एक क्लियरली पता चल जाएगा कि एक पर्टिकुलर लेग goes 70% and above of the combined premium of the straddle, and it creates more damages to the option writer.
That's 70%.
70% single leg. That is the first sign, Peter, that the writer is losing the grip on the market.
True. Like बोला, even I am option seller and I can like see my pain. ये होता ही मुझे बहुत pain होता है. So I
Right.
my own way of trading, मैं auto करता हूँ, but that, yes, you're right. Right. Okay. There is some questions from audience. So I asked this question. The first question from Mr. Dinakar Jaiswal. He is asking, what should be the safe stop loss in option buying?
Okay. So Dinkar ji, it's a very pertinent question and there is no fixed answer. But I'll just tell you, there are few types of option buyer. One is a very aggressive option buyer. So I know a lot of my friends who trade on super trade. You know, in a 3-minute chart, they put 10 by 1 super trend in their option chart. And when it goes above that, they become very aggressive. And especially when it's on a trending day, and they know that the direction of the market is up or down. If it is up, they will just keep buying the call whenever it breaks the super trend. So they're very aggressive people. They like multiple entries. So they keep the stop loss just below the super trend level, original super trend level, not the new super trend level. So they're very aggressive. Those people who are aggressive, they use multiple entries. They don't mind booking small losses, but they get in again and again, right? Other type of people, like we have a gamma hulk strategy, which we do only on Thursdays to exploit this big moves in option premium. We keep about 30% of the premium as stop loss. And in that, we also have a variation where we keep 60% of the total premium as stop loss. Because when we go right, we get 300 times of our original premium as returns. So it depends on who you are, what your strategy is. Are you an aggressive trader? Are you a passive trader? And then based on your psychology and nature, you should decide on your system and your stop loss. There is no right.
A follow-up question on this. Key, like suppose Bank Nifty and Nifty are there, so Bank Nifty is more volatile. So like more chances of hitting stop loss will be there in Bank Nifty. So like that also defines like how much stop loss percent should be kept. Hello. He's connected.
I guess he got dropped off.
Yeah, Chetan dropped out. Yeah. So we'll wait for Chetanji to join again. So yeah, there may be some more questions from audience. If you have any questions, you can ask those questions here. So if time permits, then I will ask those questions to Chetanji. The many new learnings I think audience can note on. Like one is like don't trade on monthly expiry. No, means monthly expiry day. Don't trade in like short straddle. So it is the he revealed the one secret. So even yesterday I also traded. I usually do straddles, triangles, but he was saying like we should not do straddle and triangle on monthly expiry.
Yeah, he's back. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay. There was a like audience question, sir. One question from Mr. Manoj Nayak. Can I keep use 3-minute chart in scalping trades?
Okay. Right. So, Peter, firstly, a scalper is the final epitome of a trading successful career. Okay. So, I would say, at the top of the pyramid is a scalper. So, you can start as a seller, then, graduate to an option buyer, a positional option buyer, swing trader, seeing the hourly charts. Then you probably get into 15 minutes charts, 5 minutes, and then, scalping is 1 and 3 minute chart. So, Mr. Nair, if you have gone through that experience from, being a seller or being in a cash market to be able to judge the movements of the market, then scalping is what you need to go and master. 3 minutes is excellent time period, but just seeing a 3-minute chart, you're not going to catch the moves because the moves are going to be very volatile. So take your time. First, try to do a bit of mastery in it. Try to catch those movements in the chart, right? Where you had momentum, see how the movements were there. Practice your entries and exits, right? Use some softwares like iCharts. See the back test, back data. Practice that. And then once you are ready, start with small lots in the live markets. I don't want to disappoint you, but this is how life goes. Yes? Yeah. Can you hear me, Peter?
Yes, yes, I can hear you, sir.
Great.
Yeah, there is one question on gamma impact. So, if you're an option seller, then the second half of the day on trading day, there may be a gamma impact, and most of the time the stop loss hit. So, how to handle this gamma?
Okay, so very simple. If you are an option seller on an expiry, so the gamma helps generally happens on the expiry day, say after 11 o'clock, right? Because the premium starts reducing, and that is where a drastic move can impact your options premium. Out of money coming to at the money, going to in the money is where that gamma maximum impact happens. So in short, tighten your stop loss if you are a seller after 11:30 onwards. So if you are in decent profits, the premiums, supposing you have shorted yesterday, Peter, 39,200 put at say 85-90 rupees and it has come down to 9 rupees or 15 rupees or 20 rupees, you don't want to exit, no problem. But then don't keep a stop loss of 90 rupees or 110 rupees. Bring it down to 45, 40, 50 and keep booking, right? Keep booking. And that's the only way you can reduce your risk as a seller.
Okay, great. So there is one more question from Mr. Ratnesh. How to find the buying level for naked option buying and how to find the minimum stop loss? छोटा stop loss होना चाहिए and अच्छा buying level मिलना चाहिए. So how can you identify?
So he has identified the pinnacle. So this is called the pinnacle. So this is the very best. So basically what I've seen from my experience, that whenever the markets are coming down, they're consolidating, coming down in a narrow cluster where both the buyers, call and put buyers, both are losing money. Right? Today, if you see at the end of the day, if you had bought a call, you lost money because it did not go up, went down. If you had bought a put, you lost money because the markets recovered. Similarly, if you see yesterday, if you had held on to your position as a call buyer or as a put buyer in the morning, no one made money. Only in the last half an hour you made money, those people who had bought puts. So these are types of choppy markets. So after the period of choppiness, there comes a period of trending and a big range market. So identify that whenever you get these types of period where people are continuously losing money for 3 days, 5 days, just identify that what will be your breakout level. After that, you can get a clear move in either direction. So that is, I think so, for a newcomer, the best way, where you can find one of those nice areas where the markets can trend for some time. And identify a stop loss just below the breakout area. So this is again not for an intraday trader. This is for a 2 to 5 day positional trader. Yes, I think so. This is relevant for a newcomer. You should not focus much on the intraday trade.
Right. Chetanji, there are a lot of questions actually. Many questions are there. So maybe we can answer after this session. Maybe personally we can put some chat and we can answer, I think. So we are running out of time. We have to close now. We spent more about 1 hour of time, right? It was a very insightful session, Chetanji. It was like many. I personally learned many things. So thank you very much for joining us and giving your time to us.
Yeah, the pleasure is mine, Peter and the Paytm team. And all other friends, thank you for having me here. And I would say that, knowledge is always open for anyone who brings his own vessel. I think so. Markets have knowledge fully with them. I think so. How open we are to learning, and knowledge will come. And I think so. In this market, even if I tell you the best trading system, if you don't experience it yourself and you don't have your own experience, probably your journey will be incomplete. So go there, take proper guidance, take proper journey, and move slowly. So I think so we have addressed all those concerns, small risk areas, how to divide your trading capital as an option buyer, how to control your risk as a seller, the day you must avoid. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Paytm team, Harsh, Manas, and all others. And thank you, everyone, for having me here.